Hello friends. I am Satish Lele. This video is part of my chemical process typing channel on YouTube. This video is about process plant and utility area. Pipe layouts. Site plan and plot plan. Plot plans and equipment layout. Process piping. Vessel supports. Vertical vessel components. Other components. Vertical tower terminology. Common problems with vertical vessels. Vertical vessel orientation. Plot plans and equipment layout. Arrangement of equipment. Maintenance requirements. Future expansion. Pipe racks. Consideration of plot plan layout is related to an oil refinery or chemical plant. However, the majority of process plants require a plot plan with somewhat less stringent and less complicated arrangements. Equipment spacing requirements will vary with the type of plant and location. It is the responsibility of piping engineer. The best placement of equipment leads to good piping layout. Plot plans are considered key documents to projects and are normally initiated in the pre-contract, conceptual and development stages of a proposal. After the contract is awarded for engineering, plot plans are developed at a rather rapid pace with very limited information. This early stage plot plan usually is very limited in detail, containing only enough dimensional data to define the outer limits of the available property selected for plant development. Located within the boundaries of the available property, rough equipment sizes and shapes are pictorially positioned, along with anticipated pipe rack configurations, structure shape and rough sizes. The plot plan at this level of detail is then used for construction evaluation and is normally submitted to the client for approval. Plot plans and equipment layout. Arrange equipment, structures, and piping to permit maintenance and service by means of mobile equipment. Provide permanent facilities where maintenance by mobile equipment is not practical. Group off-site equipment, pumps, and exchangers to permit economical pipe routing. Locate this equipment outside of dive wall storage areas. Space for future equipment, pipe, or units should not be provided unless required by the client or for specific process considerations. When applicable, this requirement should be indicated on the plot plan and PNID. Process piping. Locate all pipe lines in major process units on overhead pipeways. In certain instances, pipes may be buried, providing they are adequately protected. Lines that must be run below grade and must be periodically inspected or replaced should be identified on the PNID and placed in covered concrete trenches. Cooling water lines normally may be run above or below ground, based on economics. Domestic or potable water and fire water lines should be run underground. Process piping. Gap between pipes. Orifice run and flanges. Pressure instruments. Temp instruments. Sample connections. Spectacle blinds. Steam traps. Utility stations. Vents and drain. Gap between pipes. With full consideration of thermal movement, clearance between the outside diameter of flange and the outside diameter of pipe to the insulation should not be less than 1 inch or 25 millimeters. Clearance between the outside diameter of pipe, flange, or insulation and any structural member should not be less than 2 inches or 50 millimeters. Orifice runs and flanges. Locate orifice runs in the horizontal. Vertical orifice runs may only be used with the approval of company control systems engineering. Orifice flanges with a center line elevation over 15 feet or 4.5 meters above the high point of finished surface, except in pipeways, should be accessible from a platform or permanent ladder. installation of orifice taps for air and gas should be from top and preferably with vertical center line, or 45 degrees above horizontal center line. For liquid and steam, it should be with horizontal center line or 45 degrees below horizontal center line. Pressure instruments. Locate all local pressure indicators so that they are visible from grade, permanent ladder, or platform. Those located less than 15 feet or 4.5 meters above high point of finished surface should be accessible from grade or portable ladder. Those located in a pipeway should be considered accessible by portable ladder. Those over 15 feet or 4.5 meters above high point of finished surface should be accessible from a platform or permanent ladder. Temperature instruments. Locate temperature test wells, temperature indicators and thermocouples to be accessible from grade or portable ladder. Those located in a pipeway should be considered accessible by a portable ladder. Those located over 15 feet or 5 meters above high point of finished surface should be accessible from a platform or permanent ladder. Locate all local temperature indicators in such a manner that it should be visible from grade, ladder, or platform. Sample connections. Locate all sample connections so they are readily accessible from grade or platform. In general, when liquid samples are taken in a bottle, locate the sample outlet above the drain funnel to permit free running of the liquid before sampling. Hot samples should be provided with a cooler. Spectacle blinds. Locate spectacle blinds to be accessible from grade or platform. Blinds located in a pipeway are considered accessible. Blinds that weigh over 100 pounds or 45 kilograms should be accessible by mobile equipment. Where this is not possible, provide davits or hitching points. Closely looped flanges with blinds should be staggered. Steam traps. Locate all steam traps at all low points and at dead ends of steam headers. Also, provide traps periodically on excessively long runs of steam piping for sufficient condensate removal and to ensure dry quality steam at destination. Steam traps should be accessible from grade or platform. Steam traps located in pipeways should be considered accessible by portable ladder. Utility stations. Provide and locate utility stations with water, steam, or air in such a way that all areas should be reachable with a single 50-foot or 20-meter length of hose from the station. Provide water outlets at grade level only, in pump areas, and near equipment that should be water washed during maintenance. Provide steam outlets at grade level only in areas subject to product spills, and near equipment that requires steaming out during maintenance. Provide air outlets in areas where air-driven tools are used, such as at exchangers, both ends of heaters, compressor area, top platform of reactors, and on columns at each manway. Hose rack, and hose connections should be provided by the client or be purchased to match the client's existing hardware. Vents and drains. The P&ID should indicate, locate and size all vents, drains, and leads required for process reasons and planned operation. Provide plugged hydrostatic vents and drains without valves at the high and low points of piping. Provide valve leads at control valve stations, level switches, level controllers, and gauge glasses per job standard. Valves for operation. Locate operating valves requiring detention, observation, or adjustment during normal plant operation as noted on the P&ID, so they may be within easy reach from grade, platform, or permanent ladder. 2-inch or 50mm and smaller may be located reachable from a ladder. 3-inch or 80mm and larger must be reachable and operable on a platform. Operating valves with the bottom of hand wheel is over 7 feet or 2.1 meters above high point of finished surface or operating operating platform may be chain operated. The center line of handle or handles on block valve used for shutdown only, located less than 15 feet or 4.5 meters above high point of finished surface, and those located in pipeways may be accessible by portable ladder. The center line of handle or handles on block valve used for shutdown only and located over 15 feet or 4.5 meters above high point of finished surface, except those located in pipeways, should be operable from permanent ladder or platform. In general, keep valve hand wheels, handles, and stems out of operating aisles. Where this is not practical, elevate the valve to 6 feet 6 inches plus or minus 3 inches clear from high point of finished surface to bottom of hand wheel. Clearance between the outside of hand wheel and any obstruction should be 3 inches or 80 millimeters. Insulation shoes and cradles. Locate insulation shoes anywhere a line crosses the support for hot insulated piping when the piping is 3-inch or 80 millimeter and larger. Carbon and alloy steel lines with design temperatures over 650 degrees Fahrenheit or 350 degrees Celsius. Large diameter lines of 20 inches or 500 millimeters and over. Stainless steel lines where galvanic corrosion may exist. Lines with raw thickness less than standard weight, and vacuum lines should be analyzed to determine issues or where plates are needed. Provide cradles at supports for insulated lines in cold service and for acoustical applications. Personnel protection. Locate eye wash and emergency showers in all areas where operating personnel are subject to hazardous sprays or spills, such as acid. Personnel protection should be provided at lines that are not insulated, and for equipment operating above 140 degrees Fahrenheit or 60 degrees Celsius, when they constitute a hazard to the operators during the normal operating routine. Lines that are not frequently used, such as snuffing steam and release valve discharges, may not require a protective shield for covering. Walkway. Walkways should have a 2 feet 6 inches or 1 meter horizontal clearance, which may not necessarily be the straight line and headroom of 7 feet or 2.1 meters. Platforms. Minimum width for ladder to ladder travel should be 2 feet 6 inches or 800 millimeters. Headroom should be 7 feet or 2.1 meters and headroom from stairwell tracks should be 7 feet or 2.1 meters. Minimum clearance around any obstruction on dead-end platforms should be 1 foot 6 inches or 500 millimeters. For ladders, maximum height of a ladder without a cage should not exceed 15 feet or 4.5 meters. Maximum vertical distance between platforms should be 30 feet or 9 meters. For cages on ladders over 15 feet or 4.5 meters high shall start at 8 feet or 2.5 meters above grade. Minimum toe clearance behind the ladder should be 7 inches or 200 millimeters. Minimum handrail clearance should be 3 inches or 80 millimeters. Loading racks. Locate loading and unloading facilities that handle flammable commodities a minimum of 200 feet or 60 meters away from process equipment, and 250 feet or 75 meters from tank area. Sleeper pipe supports. Normally, route piping in off-site areas on sleepers. Stagger the sleeper elevations to permit ease of crossing or change the direction at intersections. Flash turns may be used when entire sleeper way changes direction. Railroads. Headroom over the railroads from top rail should be 22 feet 6 inches or 7 meters. Clearance from track center line to obstruction should be 10 feet or 3 meters. Verify conformance with local regulation. Road. Major process plants normally have three classes of roads. They might be called primary roads, secondary roads, and maintenance access ways. Normally secondary plant roads may be used as to-pull areas. Clearance or distance required. Thanks for learning. If you like this video, please give a like to my channel and subscribe it.